So this week I'm out on the road testing and reviewing the Cupra Tavascan. Now, if you haven't heard of Cupra before, where have you been living? Out of Mongolia or somewhere? Cupra used to be the performance division of Seat cars. Seat being that Spanish brand that's owned by Volkswagen Group, and likewise with Cupra as well. But Cupra branched out on their own a number of years ago, and they produced some of their own cars. We road tested one in particular last week that I really liked, called the Terramar. Fantastic car, but nothing like this car at all. It's got an engine for starters, because the Tavascan is an all-electric subcompact SUV crossover. Say that when you've just had a bacon sandwich is what I always say. So this is their all-electric car. It's an incredible bit of kit, I must say, because it envelops all the Cupra styling and the Cupra sort of attitude towards driving. It gets its name, the Tavascan. It's a small village in the Pyrenees, which has a hydroelectric plant. And it's quite apt, this, that the symbiosis between the hydroelectricity, so the water producing the electricity, giving it back to nature, and, you know, no sort of CO2 emissions, that kind of sort of sums up this car as well, and its practicality and the fact that it is an all-electric car. So it's called the Tavascan for a reason. It was launched back in 2023. The entry-level price of one of these starts at around £48,000 here in the UK. So we're going to take a look around it today, see what we think of it, and give you our thoughts on the Cupra Tavascan. You're watching me, AJ, on the Player YouTube channel. Now, if you've never seen what we do before, then I suggest you feast your eyes for the next minute and a half on our little promo trailer. If you're a regular visitor to the channel, or even a subscriber, hail the subscribers, guys, you know what to do. Skip to the next bit. The rest of you, I'll see you with the Cupra Tavascan in a minute and a half. This is how a car should sound. Listen to this.
I didn't really push it either. I was just having a bit of fun.
Oh, really? Wheel spin?
Outside. Cool. So there you have it, guys. The Ferrari Roma. My birthday present. Go. We're going to meet the crew and hopefully get it to That's a real one.
I think it makes a good work.
We're going.
Nice to start.
Nice to see you. Show us your big chopper, your helicopter. So here we are, the Morgan Roadster, where we're here for the Swiss Watch Show. Guys, guess what? It's another morning here out in sunny France. There's only two configurations available, which makes deciding which Tavascan you're going to go for just that little bit easier. Option 1 is a 210 kilowatt motor. That's 286 brake horsepower in combustion engine terms. It's mated up to a 77 kilowatt battery. The car is rear wheel drive only, but it'll give you 0 to 62 time in about 6.8 seconds, with a top speed of 112 miles an hour and a range of 353 miles in ideal conditions. Option 2 has an all-wheel drive setup with a motor fitted on each of the axles. The combined output is 250 kilowatts, so in old money that's around 340 brake. It's mated to the same 77 kilowatt battery and will give you 0 to 62 times that drop to a very, very impressive 5.5 seconds with the same top speed at 112 miles an hour. But the range also drops to 320 miles, and that's on a good day. This is due to the extra motors sucking the electricity quicker. However, the performance and the grip are so much better, and to be honest, I think the difference in price is too minimal to worry about, and I would definitely opt for the all-wheel drive performance version if my budget permitted. Tavascans come in 4 different trim levels. Entry-level car is simply known as the V1, and it will set you back from around £48,000 plus. You then got the V2, then you jump up again to the VZ1, and then finally top of the range cars are called VZ2s, and they'll set you back from £62,800. Entry level cars get a nice set of auto LED headlights. I love the shape, and they've got the really nice Cupra shape of the light themselves inside there. You get LED running lights and a cool set of LED indicators. Love the way they work as well. You've got LED fog lights, and then moving swiftly on, as they say, you've got auto rain sensing wipers up here on this massive great windscreen. Really lovely. 19-inch alloys, proper alloys, like proper, not plastic covers. Hate that. I love the bronze accents and the black wheels. They just look really pucker with this sort of dark grey and these black accents everywhere. And then finally, you get a set of foldy mirrors that heat up in the winter. Ooh. Love the back of the Tavascan. I mean, how good looking is that? How sporty is it? It just looks so peachy, doesn't it? I love the spoiler that runs across the back here, and it's just above these light clusters, the LED clusters that run all the way across. 3D clusters, Cupra call them, and there is the Cupra badge lit up in all its glory. It's just so cool. It looks like something out of Alien. That's what it reminds me of. I'm loving the diffuser down the bottom. Guys, I know it's fake, but fake or no fake, that just looks so good. You also get privacy glass all the way around, even on the standard entry level car. I love that as well. In the summer, keeps it a little bit cooler, keeps the prying eyes out of the back. And then just for the finish of the car, you get an electronically assisted tailgate. It's just peachy. Love the Tavascan. Inside, the Tavascan is really futuristic. It's beautifully designed, it's really well built, and above all, it's super comfy. Safety is paramount, and the car has plenty of equipment to make sure the driver and the occupants are well looked after. There's a rear view camera, intelligent park assist, a forward collision warning system, remote park assist, rear traffic alert system, plus level 2 autonomous parking and emergency steering support with turn assist. Driving aids when you're out on the road include predictive adaptive cruise control with a speed limiter. There's traffic jam assist, there's traffic sign recognition, plus lane keeping and level 2 autonomous driving. Plus, you'll get a driver attention alert system and a tyre pressure monitor. The sat-nav system is built into a 15-inch central TFT touchscreen, which also houses a DAB radio, plus you get Bluetooth connectivity, there's Android Auto, and not forgetting the all-important Apple Play. Sorting out the tunes is a 7-speaker surround sound system. Plus, you'll get 2 front and 2 rear USB charger points, so you can keep your mobile and your peripherals topped up. The entry-level V1 Tavascan comes with sole black cloth bucket seats and a very nice multi-function steering wheel which sits directly in front of the 5.3-inch driver's digital cluster. All cars get tri-zone air climate control, so even your passengers are going to benefit from their own heating and cooling in the rear. That's normally reserved for far more premium trims, or even it'll come as an extra pack in some cases. When it comes to charging the Tavascan, the charge port's round here on the rear wing. Personally, I prefer them up the front, either front on the wings or even in the centre. Much easier when you pull up on a charge station and there's 3 or 4 other cars and they're all sat there watching you and you don't get that reverse in correct, or you reverse in and then suddenly realise that the charge cable's that side and it doesn't reach, so you've got to do it all again. So annoying. So that's why I prefer them at the front. Anyway, looks like a combustion engine car flap, you know, petrol flap. So pop it open like that, just a simple push. You can charge a Tavascan up to 135 kilowatts an hour, which is good because most of the chargers nowadays, here in the UK anyway, are 150 kilowatt chargers. So you will get the full bang for your buck. However, and there's a big however, you need to precondition the car, the battery, not the car, the battery. And preconditioning means basically the car itself will heat up that battery to its optimal charging temperature. That then allows the car to accept the maximum, that 135 kilowatts. Now, if you don't do that, then obviously you're going to be sat there a lot longer than what it would normally take at the full whack, which is around 10 to 80%, takes 28 minutes in this car. on that 150 kilowatt charger, you're going to be there for well over an hour. So don't say I didn't warn you. Get the preconditioning sorted. So when you know you're going on the charger, hit the preconditioner, bang, when you get there, it's up to temperature, you're going to get the full bang for your buck. Now, the other little bugbear of mine, which I have with the UK, is we are so expensive for charging cars out on the road. We're talking 80 pence per kilowatt. So to charge this car up from that 10 to 80%, you're looking at around 60 UK pounds. That is huge amounts of money. It's cheaper to run a combustion engine version of this car. It's ridiculous. So if you're going to buy this or any other electric car, invest in a home charger. Get yourself a home charger. On a home charger, this is going to take around 8 hours overnight to charge it up from 10 to 100%. So every night you come home, whenever you've used it, chuck it on charge. Can cost you, if you get the right plan, as little as 14 pence per unit. So to fill this up would cost you less than £11 for a 100% charge. And you know the range on these, absolutely unbelievable. That's value for money. Don't worry about charging it overnight. It's fully IP rated, so even if it's pouring with rain, cats and dogs hammering it down, it's not going to make any difference. Plus, once the cable's in, it's all locked up, so you can lock the car up and leave it. It's all going to be safe and sound. So there you have it. Take my advice. Inside, with all the seats in their upright position, Tavascans get 540 litres of boot space. That's more than enough for 4 suitcases. Seats split 60-40, and once you've got them completely flat, you'll have enough room to fit a mountain bike without even taking the wheels off. It should be noted, the Tavascan boot is bigger than the mummy's car of choice. That's the Nissan Qashqai and also the Peugeot 3008. Check out what it's like in the back for the passengers, and straight up I can see how big this opening is here, which is going to be perfect if you've got kiddie seats or you need to help, you know, older people like mum and dad in and out of the car or something like that. This is spot on. Look, kiddie seats straight round. Okay, Isofix points, not my favourites. They're the pop down ones. They don't come out, so you're not going to lose them, but they are the pop down ones, so they stand a chance of getting broken or easily get, you know, someone pulling them off. So not my favourite, but who cares? Isofix points. They've got them in the front seat as well, so you can have a baby seat in the front as well if you want to. Getting in and out, as I said, for older people, careful where you go with that. Don't want anybody getting cheeky. Getting in and out, really easy. And I've got to say, I know what Cupras are like. They're absolutely incredible when it comes to the comfort. Stunning. That's proper bolstered seat. And it kind of sits slightly back, so you almost want to push your bits forward. Want to get your bits forward. That's not often I say that. You can get your feet underneath the seat in the front there. I love all the detailing on this car. You've got these bronze accents everywhere. Really nice. The finish as well. It's a proper wipe friendly finish. Check that out. Really good. Family, friends, you know, people in the back with sweets and sandwiches and fizzy pop drinks. Any spillage in here, just give it a quick wipe. Just quickly turn around, easily get someone in the middle here as well. So it is 3 seats across. You've got recessed seats belts. You've got a nice bit in the middle here. Look, just pull that down. Look at that. Double cup holder, nice, you know, armrest, nice and comfy, nice and spongy as well. Nice deep pocket, which is great. If you've got a coffee, boiling hot coffee, you're sitting in the back, you've got it in there, driver hits the anchors and suddenly that coffee goes flying forward. That's not going to come out of there. It's going to stay in there, and that's very important. Another thing I love about this, guess what, guys? Guess what? AJ's favourite. We got a ski. No, it's not a ski hatch. I keep forgetting. We got a DIY hatch. Yay! Get in there. Look at that. You get lengths of wood through here. Get down a DIY store in your Cupra on a Saturday morning. Love it. Never realised it had that, but I absolutely love it. Pops back up, nice and easy. Got headrests across there. Some nice little courtesy lights, LED courtesy lights. Generally though, how much room is in here? No transmission tunnel, so anyone sitting in the middle there hasn't got to jump across anywhere like that. You also get tri-zone air climate control. So in the back here, passengers get to set their own temperatures. Oh yes. And you've got little blowers and you can change the, oh, it's really nice. 2 USB chargers down, a USB-Cs, guys. Just all round, nailing it. And this car gets this panoramic sunroof as well. It's not the entry-level car, but I mean, what a car, what a lovely place to be. How comfortable is this? I could just sit here all afternoon. Nice big windows, got the privacy glass all the way around again. All the bronze accents finishing here. Lovely finish on the car. Nails it. Absolutely love it. When you get out the road in the Tavascan, it drives just like I was going to expect it to drive. It's an electric car at the end of the day. I've reviewed so many of them recently, and they've all got certain characteristics about them. But at the end of the day, they've got plenty of power, they're very quiet, and they're very, very comfortable because they just ooze their way down the road. But the Tavascan has still got the Cupra in it. It's got that bit of Cupra feeling to it because obviously it's got a Cupra chassis at the end of the day, and it reacts like a Cupra, and it's got brakes like a Cupra, and it corners like a Cupra. In actual fact, it's great fun to drive this car, but at the same time you've got all that practicality and the versatility of being a family compact SUV at the end of the day. So couple of things I want to talk about. The peripheral vision in this car, superb. It's very airy, really nice. You can sit at those lovely little window bits like that over there. Lovely big mirrors, blind spot detection built into the actual casing of the mirror. Brilliant that. If it's in the mirror and you smash it, it costs a lot of money because all the gubbins, love that word, are built into the plastic on this car. So you don't have to, replace a very expensive piece of glass. You just pop a new piece of glass in there. Love that. Let's talk a quick bit about economy. We are currently getting 3.2 miles to the kilowatt. Now, don't forget, when we're road testing these cars, I'm not driving around in full, economy mode, trying to get the best out of the battery. We're testing it. We're trying to give you a review back on what it's like to drive. So take that with a pinch of salt, because Cupra say it should be between 3.7 and 4.1 miles to the kilowatt. It will easily do that over if you're going to drive it properly, how it was designed to be, driven. Not like us, but we have a lot of fun with the cars, and that's what they're designed for. So 3.2, there you go, miles to the kilowatt. Drive modes, 5 different drive modes. Drive mode button down here on the left. I mentioned there is a little button over here. We'll talk about that in just a second. Push the button first, it will come up. You're in range mode. Obviously, it says what it says on the tin. Stick it in the B setting on your stalk here. There's 2 settings, D and B. D is drive, B is the sort of maximum regen button that you've got on there. So push that forward, put it into range. You will get the biggest range out of this car that is possible according to the weather and the time of day, obviously, because there's various things that suck the battery dry quite quickly if you start putting the aircon on, for example. Next one up is the comfort setting. I would suggest you put it in the normal drive mode, put it in the comfort setting when you're on long drive, say out on the motorway, dual carriageway, where you're not doing a lot of stop starting. Give you the really nice sort of comfortable ride. You then go into a performance setting, which it changes the sound, but the sound is piped through, and it sounds it sounds like it's got a little bit of a grunt there. But trust me, it's just a prefabricated audio that Cupra have put in. But it does sound, it's fun. And you do get a lot more power out of the battery. It's giving you quite a bit more aggression to the car as well. And then finally, you've got the Cupra mode. Now, Cupra mode is pretty much everything off and just have a bag load of fun with this car. And it'll make same noise, but now you get the maximum power that you can. So you've got those different ones. There is also an individual setup, so you can set it up how you like it. Again, very easy to touch. Now, one thing I'm going to explain to you, and I did say I'm going to put it back into range. Over here, you'll see another button with a little Cupra badge on it. Now, if at any point you need an extra bit of boost, you want to give it, rather than scrolling through all those buttons trying to get, to get to the Cupra setting or the performance setting, just hit that button like that, and you immediately get Cupra setting. And then when you finished whatever you were doing, overtaking, pulling out on a roundabout or something where you needed that extra power, push it again and you go back into the setting that you had originally. So I've gone back into range. I love that, absolutely love that. It's nice. It's almost like a little turbo boost button that you've got down there. Left hand side driver aids, very easy to set up. You've got your cruise control on there, you've got your lane keeper, your distance control. Right hand side media controls, you've got your Ask Cupra button on there as well. Up, down, paddle shift, and you've also got a nice little menu button down here as well, and you can scroll around in there and it will give you various little readouts on that. That's why I was checking when we did the miles to the kilowatt. I can see it straight away down there. It gives you your speed and your range, of course, which is important at the end of the day. One thing I will mention, and I think it's very important, treat yourself when you buy one of these to a winter pack. Now, the winter pack, you get the heated windscreen, which is absolutely lovely during the winter. You get heated front seats, and then finally, the most important thing, you get a heat pump. Now, the heat pump, if you look up on a heat pump, perhaps when you go down to your Cupra for the test drive, ask them how the heat pump works, because it extends the range a bit more in the winter months. I don't exactly want to go into all of that today, because I'll be sat here for the next 10 minutes explaining how all that works. But the heat pump, that's something that's quite essential to have when you own an electric car, because it will give you that bit of extra range. Now that pack comes at what I think is a very, very reasonable £1,355. Treat yourself to that. It's important, and also for the resale value of this car, people are going to be looking for heat pumps, heated front seats. Heated windscreen is a very nice luxury to have, especially in the winter when it's all frozen and you see your neighbour out there scraping the ice off, and you just get in the car and within 2 minutes it's all completely defrosted. Loving that. Loving the Cupra, the Tavascan. I think it's just genuinely a super car to drive. You're not going to be disappointed. Let's go to the summary of how I feel about this car, and also we'll talk about the warranty. So there you have it, guys. The Cupra Tavascan. What did I think of it? What did I think of it? I think it is an absolutely cracking car. Look at it. How unique is that? Look at the styling of it. It stands out in the crowd, and that's what Cupras do. They stand out, they look amazing, in my humble opinion. It does what it says on the tin with the range. It's got the comfort, it's got the versatility, the practicality. I love it. I think it's a cracking car, and you need to get down and give one a test drive, because I always say, the proof is in the pudding. I can wax lyrical about these. You can jump in that car, that same car, and drive down the road and go, AJ, this car's a pile of pants. It's not for me. It feels terrible, because we're all very unique, like Cupras, aren't we? We've all got our own things that we're looking for when we jump into a car, when we're driving, you know, our comfort factors. We're all different, but that's what makes, what a wonderful world we live in. And thanks to Cupra, they come up with some very unique, wonderful world cars. There you go. Nice way to sum up the Cupra Tavascan. I need to just quickly tell you about the warranty on the car. It's 90,000 miles or 5 years. It's not bad, it's okay. That's the equivalent of around 18,000 miles a year of driving. I think that would pretty much cover you on this car. And don't forget, that can be extended as well. So you can go up to 4 or 5 years. Speak to your Cupra salesperson when you go down for your test drive. They'll tell you all about that. One of the most important things that you do need to know about is the 8-year or 100,000 mile battery warranty. Now that's super important with any electric car that you buy. You must have that battery warranty, because it will cover you for any degradation in battery health. You know, like when you buy a mobile phone, you've had it like 6 months, you've never had to hardly charge it. Every day it's like, whoa, it's still got 70%, and you're walking around, you're looking all cocky because your phone doesn't need charging. Oh, your ones get here. But then all of a sudden it dives, and suddenly you're charging it twice a day, and next minute you're forking out for a new battery. Now that's exactly what happens with electric cars. The degradation and that battery health drops, so you need to be covered, and 8 years, 100,000 miles will cover you on that car for the first and even the second owner, trust me. And don't forget, when you buy any of these warranties, you transfer them over to the new owner free of charge. Easy, simple. You get a 3-year paint warranty, and you also get, I was about to say, you also get a 12-year anti-perforation warranty as well. That's for the rusty bits underneath. But rusty bits underneath, I mean, come on. This car's, not going to find any rusty bits. And from the minute you drive one of these off the forecourt, you're going to be fully covered with roadside assistance as well. So, at the end of the day, go back to exactly what I said. Get down, give one a test drive. Any questions you've got, then feed them over to your Cupra salesperson. Guys, you've been watching me, AJ, on the Player YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. If you wouldn't mind, like, subscribe and comment. Don't forget, if you comment, then that starts a story. It can start what we call the chain reaction amongst people who are interested in buying one of these. So if you've had an experience of buying one of these, you own one, maybe you've already bought one, and you're going to tell us exactly what it is like to drive around in a Cupra Tavascan. Put it in the comment box down below. You'll also notice down there as well, there's a subscribe thing there. Again, you saw at the beginning of the video, we don't just do these car reviews, we do loads of other stuff. We do holidays, we do golf and interviews and things like that. If you fancy seeing more of that, or you're interested in that, then subscribe and leave the bell sign unchecked, because you'll get regular updates on anything we put up on the YouTube channel. I'm going to ask you one more thing. If you wouldn't mind, could you give us a thumbs up? Because that means you liked what we've just done. And if you like it, no, hang on a minute, we don't get any pay rise and we don't get any bonuses just because you've thumbsed up. But what we do get It's a pat on the back from the boss and the sponsors to say, AJ and crew, job well done. Because it's not just me, there's a few of us put these videos together and we get a job well done. That means we get to do more cars. So that with the subscription means the manufacturers give us more cars. They then see you like what we, and you get the rest of it. Simple. Right, before you go, I'm going to give you something for nothing. And it is well worth it because it's 100 quid's worth of what I call 100 quid's worth of free meal. And there is such a thing. It's called the Player Bookazine. And you can have a copy of the Player Bookazine because we're not just a YouTube channel, don't be silly, we're a much bigger organisation. We produce a 220-page book for guys, a luxury lifestyle for guys magazine book, so it becomes a bookazine. There you go, simple, isn't it? I can't give you the actual thing because they do cost £100, but what I can give you is the absolute equivalent version online. And you can look at that and zoom in on it. You can turn it, and it makes a lovely noise when you change the pages. It's absolutely incredible. It's completely free for you. And all you've got to do is head over to www.theplayer.co.uk. Hang on, editor, do us a favour, chuck it in down here somewhere. Here it comes. Yeah. I'll leave it up down there just for a few seconds. Head over there, name, email. That's it. Don't need your inside leg measurement. How many women you've, well, careful what you say there, AJ. How many women you've married or you've lived with or kids you've got. Not interested. Name and email. Guys, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your time and I'll be back soon, hopefully with something equally as beautiful and as fun to drive as the Cupra Tavascan. This is AJ signing out.